Clovis Casali, a reporter. Hello to you, Clovis. You've been following reactions. We're starting to have some of the reactions coming in this Sunday. What has France said?
Yes, the latest information. France has just reacted to the news of the toppling of the Assad regime. Of course, events unfolding very quickly. So we have to be careful in terms of reactions. But this one has just come in from France calling for peaceful political transition, respecting diversity of Syrian people, which protects all civilian minorities. That's the message of the French Foreign Ministry. Jean-Noël Barrot, the French Foreign Minister from the Quai d'Orsay, also welcoming the fall of Bashar al-Assad. That's the very latest information here from France. Still waiting for reactions from the UK, from other major European nations, but that's the reaction from France. And of course, there were some reactions in previous hours, but again, events unfolding very quickly.
Yeah, and we will remain to be seen if we hear from Macron this Sunday. Obviously, a busy weekend here with the Notre Dame reopening, so a lot of attention was on that. And this Sunday morning, we're still getting more reaction coming in. Any other notable reactions that you've seen?
Absolutely. US President-elect Donald Trump, not recent, 17 or so hours ago, on Twitter, on X, Donald Trump reacting and making it very clear, Donald Trump, the United States should have nothing to do with it. This is not our fight. Let it play out. Do not get involved. Capital letters. Of course, Donald Trump not in charge yet at the White House. Biden still very much there. But it is important because Donald Trump, of course, will be shaping the future of US foreign policy. He will be the man in charge in January. Donald Trump, protectionist, isolationist, very clearly saying the US should not get involved. And also saying that in any event, Syria is a mess, but it is not our friend. Very clear words from Donald Trump. Major player, the US, of course, in this situation. Other major players, Russia, Iran. No reaction, to my knowledge, for the time being. Other reactions also from Turkey's president, Erdogan. Let's take a look at what Erdogan had to say. Erdogan saying, bear in mind, Turkey is seen for the past few years as backing rebel groups. Not very clear what role they've played now. There is now a new reality in Syria, politically, diplomatically. Syria belongs to Syrians with all its ethnic, sectarian and religious elements. The people of Syria are the ones who will decide the future of their own country. Again, this tweet was a few hours ago. So as events unfold, maybe we'll get more reactions from Turkey, a major player. And maybe we were talking about the US, an official line. National Security Council spokesperson Sean Savit saying President Biden and his team are closely monitoring the extraordinary events in Syria and staying in constant touch with regional partners. As you can see, a message of caution, very careful. Of course, the Biden administration waiting to see what happens next. And maybe a last word on the UN Special Envoy for Syria. We heard him on our channel a few minutes ago, Mr. Pedersen, saying interesting words, not condemning what's happening currently in Syria, saying that, again, there needs to be an inclusive process, respectful of all the various communities. We know there are various religious communities in Syria, and that's an element to take in account, of course. Important to have transition inclusive of all groups, avoid bloodsheds, that all communities need to be included. And an important sentence, if you will, it could be the beginning of a new Syria. Of course, the UN wants a peaceful Syria. And Pedersen also saying a few words that I found interesting, saying this is not just about getting reactions from Iran, Turkey, Syria, of course, and those key players, and Russia. It's also about talking to the other Arab nations. The other Arab nations have a role to play in this crisis unfolding, or at least this change of government that took place very quickly. And it's important for the Arab nations Jordan, Saudi Arabia, so many others, to say what they think, to act. And Pedersen has been talking in recent hours in Doha with representatives from those countries and taking into account their points of views. And this also shows that the UN has been following closely the situation and could see this possibly coming.
All right, Clovis, thank you very much. Clovis